Hey everyone, welcome on into this very special edition of Drinks with Binks working from home. This is one of the biggest weeks in the NFL. It's NFL draft week. And so we thought we'd call up our good friend, quarterback Justin Herbert out of Oregon, one of the top prospects for this week's draft, to find out how he is getting ready for one of the biggest weeks of his life. Let's welcome on in Justin Herbert. Before we get into everything heading into the draft, Justin, we got you got a nice flow going on. You got to keep that flow real fresh during quarantine season, especially heading into the biggest week. How do you keep those locks looking clean and fresh? I assume you're using Head and Shoulders.
It's been a process. The past couple of years, I've kept my hair long, and I've kind of found out how much work it is. And so, Head and Shoulders has been great, and was sending me some products, and especially some styling creams that have kind of, especially with this big night coming up, I have to look my best. And so that's something that I've definitely have to work on.
Yeah, I mean, it comes naturally to you too. And you mentioned the big night. You got to look your best. Take me through, what does draft night setup look like? What are you wearing? What are you eating? Who's all going to be there?
Yeah, so we were actually instructed to keep it small, so it'll just be my family, my two brothers, my parents. But it doesn't take away from how special this moment is, and it's something I've always looked forward to and really excited for, and to be able to spend it with them, share it with them, it's great.
Is there anything special on the menu? Is mom cooking tacos? Like, what is sort of what's give me some some flavor into the night.
Yeah, I think the NFL is kind of sending some like a welcome gift, some stuff, some chips, some crackers, some drinks, and things like that. So nothing too insane, nothing too crazy.
So it's not Vegas, but you're still getting something. You're still maybe getting some crackers, which is better than nothing, right? We
Yeah,
are all
yeah,
staying home to stay safe. And it has been such an interesting time because this is so different from anything we've ever seen before, of course, with the NFL draft and you guys and everyone being in quarantine right now. So take me through, like, what are the pros and cons for you specifically as it pertains to leading up to the NFL draft?
yeah. It's been a tough situation. We've kind of done our best to stay inside and stay safe as much as we can. But fortunately, I've been living with two brothers who've been able to catch passes for me. So we walk up to this field across the street and go throw, and we've been able to lift, run, and throw just as much as I would. So that's been a plus. But I would say probably the downsides would be missing out on a lot of the team visits that were scheduled. We've had to kind of handle things through Zoom meetings and FaceTime and things like that. So that's been tough, but it's been a fun experience so far.
Yeah, and I guess like I listened to Joe Burrow saying, that you don't have as many distractions then. Like you can still be able to focus on your workouts rather than flying somewhere, meeting with someone, right? It kind of just like tones
Yeah.
everything down a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good way to look at it, and it's just been football, so been able to handle everything here and hang out with my family too. So it's been a lot of fun.
Nice. Okay. Well, this is Drinks with Binks. You probably have no idea what you're doing right now. My name is Julie Stewart-Binks. It's 8 a.m. where you are on the West Coast. And I saw that an evaluator said that you are unfailingly polite, as if that was a negative. And I'm from Canada, and that is like king. That is a cultural currency in Canada. And speaking of Canadians, I also noticed that Canadian icon Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame, also a prospect for the NFL draft, had your back on Twitter pumping out your Wonderlic scores and then saying hashtag QB1. What's your relationship like with Chase?
Yeah, so Chase and I we trained together in Southern California these past couple of months, and went golfing and did all these great things. And he's a great guy, and I kind of found out how talented he was, and he kind of led the charge in all our workouts. He's crazy athletic, and just to be able to be around him and watch him was pretty cool.
Okay, well, because you have fans from Canada, you're unfailingly polite. Also, not a negative. Okay, let's remember this. If you remember anything from this interview, politeness is not
I
a
appreciate
negative.
that. Yeah.
I wanted to learn more about you while also making you an honorary Canadian, of course. So we're going to play a game called Making a Canadian. Welcome on in, Justin Herbert, aka Justin Hebert. That's your new Canadian name, and I'm really excited that we're doing this right now at 8 a.m. your time. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions, very easy. Just tell me what you like out of all of them, and then we'll see what your Canadian avatar is like.
Okay.
Great. So, in terms of athletes, what quality do you value most? Grit, energy, or heart?
Grit.
Grit. Okay, big grit guy. All right, when it comes to pumping yourself up for a game, what kind of music do you like listening to? Classic rock, rap, or pop?
Classic rock.
Ooh, great choice. Okay, now when it comes to food, do you prefer sweet, salty, or something with a bit of a kick? Maybe a little tangy, maybe a little spicy.
Spicy, something with a kick.
Okay, awesome. This is going very, very well. Final bonus question in Making a Canadian with Justin Ebert. When someone cuts you off while driving, do you A, say sorry, B, say sorry, or C, say sorry for saying sorry for saying sorry?
I think I just say sorry.
Okay, but that's good. That's a good answer. Okay, so calculating the results for you, Justin. Hello, my name is Justin Ebert. I value grit. So my favorite hockey player is Joe Thornton. When it comes to pumping myself up for the big game, I only like classic rock. That means Rush. And the way to my stomach is with something tangy, which can only mean I love ketchup chips. And you like to say sorry. Okay, so there you go, Justin. That's who you would be as a Canadian. What do you think Chase Claypool would say about that?
I think he'd approve. At
Hmm.
least I hope he would.
Yeah, big Joe Thornton Rush guy. Ketchup chips can't go wrong. Okay, I'm really happy we decided to do that right now. But obviously, you say you're an introvert, but you're able to get things going, able to pump guys up. For a couple fan bases, let's say, the Dolphins, the Chargers, these are places that need a spark, they need a fire. What would you tell these fans for them to be able to trust you to kind of be that guy?
Yeah, I would say that a lot of the kind of messaging that's going on around me is that I'm pretty quiet and that I'm introvert and not a very good leader. And I think it's a great opportunity for me to answer those. And that's not the case. And I think if you ask anyone in our locker room, they'll tell you differently. And sometimes I talk too much, and I don't think I'm very introverted. I think that's just something that's kind of got me pegged. So it's been something that I've tried to fix over these try and give teams an actual look at me.
So then what would that look like? Like you've got these fans out in all these places and they're like, "Oh, I don't know if he can do this." Like what would you say to them to get them fired up?
Yeah, I'm going to give my best effort. I'm going to do everything I can to put the team in a position to win. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for is your best and being a good teammate and doing things the right way.
Sounds like it's good classic stylings of Rush. That'll get you all fired up for the game. Okay. What would you say you mentioned introvert, but what's been the weirdest thing you've heard people say about you?
I would probably say the unfailingly polite would probably be probably the weirdest thing to measure someone's football skills. I would say.
And in what way?
I would say that didn't really seem like a negative to me. That seemed like a positive, and my mom would probably be pretty happy with that comment. At least she would say she did her job right. So I took it as a compliment for sure.
Love it. See, there we go. You are definitely part Canadian. So, if things don't work out in the NFL, I'm sure the CFL would love you. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Also, okay, weirdest question that you've been asked by scouts or head coaches during all this?
Yeah, I was asked which coach I'd rather punch in the face: offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, or the head coach.
And your answer was,
The quarterback coach. I had a pretty good relationship with him, so I think he'd understand that.
that is quite strange. And what did they say was the reasoning behind that, asking that question?
Didn't give me a reason, just asked me that and moved on.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not too bad. I noticed that you're a big Instagram guy now. You just joined a couple months ago, right?
Hmm.
You held out for a long time. How come?
That's a good question. I would say that I was more focused on football and everything that was going on, and kind of this transition to the college life was a lot, and so it's just something I never really got into, and so these past couple months, wanted to kind of stay in touch with my teammates from college and high school buddies and friends and things like that. So thought it was a good time to make it, and I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, you've posted a couple photos. I'm big on the gram, so I'm sure you're probably gonna follow me soon. Julie SB underscore. But I noticed that you posted a picture of Derek Jeter when you haven't really posted a whole lot. What is it about Jeter that you like as a player in person?
Yeah, he was one of those guys that I really looked up to and watched. Played in all the video games with him and uh, saw him in a bunch of movies. So just to be able to meet him, talk with him was a really cool experience.
What did he say to you?
We just kind of talked about this whole process, the NFL draft, and what's been going on. And we share a marketing company, and so we've been able to work together for a little bit. And he's been really cool to get to talk to.
And who knows, maybe you guys will share a city in the next coming days. We will have to see and find out for that. Okay, gonna do a little quick rapid fire before I let you go because I know you got a ton of these car washes to get to. Um, Favorite book?
The inner game of tennis.
Okay, interesting. Quick follow up. How come?
It's not so much about the tennis. It's kind of about like the psychology of playing sports, and was actually advised to read that book, and really enjoyed reading it.
Okay, favorite movie?
Interstellar,
Favorite TV show?
Game of Thrones.
Nice. Least favorite TV show
That's
that you've seen or not?
I don't I don't really know. I don't think I'd have an answer for the least favorite TV show.
Yeah, I guess that's probably not a good question. All right. Band. Favorite band.
Um, AC/DC,
Nice. Okay, classic rock guy. Favorite dessert?
chocolate chip cookies.
Biggest pet peeve?
People not using their blinkers when driving.
Oh man, that is the worst. And last one, most annoying question that you get asked during this whole process.
Am I excited?
Well, on that note, are you excited for the draft?
I'm fired up. I'm through it.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to add all these to Justin Hebert's dating profile. And in the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck at the draft and can't wait to see what you do with your career.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. And remember to follow me on Instagram. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hey guys, you can find more Drinks with Binks episodes on our YouTube channel at Fubo Sports, as well as other episodes like this one with Mike Lombardi on the NFL draft. Make sure you stay safe, stay home, and drink up.